Merry Meet YouTubers, this is Belinda Reedy and my husband Michael Reedy's joining me today. Today we're going to talk about the way we've been feeling lately. I'm going to do this really simple ritual on how to dress a candle to help you get out of a spiritual or mental funk. Many times we get in a funk because it's got to do with either our chakras are closed, or we're battling something spiritual, or it could be due to anything, the moon cycle or whatever. You want to say anything about that?
Well, recently, I felt aches in the muscles, feeling of restlessness, heart palpitations, also the feeling of not being able to sleep, just drowsy and dozy all day, not being able to function or think, and this has got everything to do with the moon cycle. Something that, like a major change has happened in the universe lately, whether that's happened worldwide in leadership or finance. We know that there's been great changes in the world with the news. I feel that it's affected all of us in an everyday life. So that's my view on how it's affected me today. It's been over a range of a couple of days, and there's been no change in the way I feel. So I'm feeling that this moon cycle and the retrograde of the certain planets, it's going to affect more than just 2 days. It's going to be more than maybe a week as well. So if you're in that same position, just know that it will pass in time. So back to you, Belle.
Okay. So basically, what I have here is something to help us out a little bit to get our crown chakras open and our third eye, and to kind of cleanse us completely and totally. This helps to focus you also to be more creative. So basically, the ingredients you're gonna need here, or I don't know if I've already shown you. I will make a video on how to make a personal oil, which I'm going to be using. My husband has one himself that I've helped him prepare as well, and I'll make a video on that. If you don't have a personal oil, you can use juniper oil. I have a juniper and clove oil here, which I can use. I can also use yin and yang, okay, because yin and yang pertains to the crown chakras. I'm going to use that oil. I'm also going to be using purple, because purple does also pertain to the third eye, crown chakra, and so that's what we're going to use. Now, I've already rinsed my candle. Like I tell you always, whenever you use a candle or anything in your magics, or even when you bring home, always rinse it, always cleanse it, so they've already been cleansed, to remove the negative energy or any energy from anyone touching the object you're using in your magic. That's it, just your oil and your, did you want to say something?
Just that I've got an amethyst stone and amethyst oil that Belle made me. Obviously she feels with myself, even though I'm in touch with how I feel. I'm not quite in touch with where in my chakras that I need to sort of cleanse and release whatever's around me, and she thinks with myself that this is with the crown and the third eye. So the amethyst, I hold it, it releases and cleanses and absorbs that negative energy, and then I just put it into the freezer for it to cleanse, and it apparently amethyst naturally cleanses in the freezer. We don't need to cleanse it with water or anything like that. So for me, that's what I focus on at the moment, that amethyst oil that she made, and obviously my protection oil, which I use for when I'm working as a medium. This is very good when I rub it on my third eye, or on my throat, on my chest. So that's all I need to say with regard to the amethyst side on these. Obviously she's mentioned about these candles being rather much a memory for me, being amethyst, because it's purple. So there we are.
And remember that when you do magic, the reason we use colors and it's because it helps you focus more on your intent. And so we're going to take our purple candle, and we're going to go ahead also and bring it over your incense. Now, if you don't have, of course you don't have the blend of incense that I use here, you can also use peppermint leaves. The peppermint leaves also opens up your chakras, and it clears it gives you clarity and helps with your magic workings. So right now I just put some peppermint leaves on there, and I also did my personal incense on there, and I'm cleansing our candles here. and putting your intent. And remember, once you start your magic, start to focus on what you want. So I would have him hold on to that and start focusing his third eye, his chakra, clearing out all the intent into it. Now, this is when we're going to be using our oil. And because we want to open up our chakra, or to clear out whatever it is that is clogging our thought or train of concentration, we're going to focus and imagine our third eye and our crown chakra opening to information and to be creative and to be ourselves, and even better, to be healing, to speak with words of wisdom to people, and to show the love and light. As you do that, we will take our oil, and I have a personal oil. Now I will show you. You can anoint yours.
So obviously, as Belle's anointing her own personal oil, I anoint mine, and we put our intention into that, just completely absorb it, hoping that this candle absorbs the intention of the oil, what the oil means, but also our own energy into it.
Now remember, if you don't have any of these oils at all, you can use anything you have on hand. The reason I use a personal oil is because it has my DNA in there. And by DNA, it could be hair, it could be blood, nail clippings, whatever. I don't have nail clippings in there, but that's why. And now, I'm also going to add some yin and yang, because since I don't have it inside of my personal oil, I'm going to add some to mine and to Michael's. Have him put that yin and yang. It's fantastic because it does like really smell fantastic and helps with the third eye.
Very potent, but
yes,
it's very much putting all flowers in one smell. It's pretty much like that, very strong. It's just a concoction of all different types of flower smells, I believe. It's just very strong and powerful, which is what we want for this intention, is it to be powerful through our thought and through the smells and what's in the bottles.
Yes. So now that we've done that, the only two herbs you're going to be using, that one's not even really an herb. It's going to be a tobacco cigar. Now, if you don't have a tobacco cigar, you can use a cigarette. And the reason I'm using tobacco is because tobacco is very cleansing. Tobacco is fantastic. Here you go. You can put it all over your candle. Rub it on there. It's fantastic for cleansing. It does whatever mugwort or whatever sage cannot do. It's like super potent. So I'm putting it on there so it could be cleansing to my chakras as well as opening my chakra. I'm also going to add peppermint, because peppermint again helps with your magical sense of being. It helps you with your spiritual side. It's just fantastic.
So it sort of makes it more stronger, this peppermint.
It makes it stronger because you're focusing, you're putting more intent into your candle, and this is what it looks like. Really pretty. And remember, the more intent you put into it, the better.
Also, if you're like connected to something like roses, could you, if you dried them, could you put those on there?
You can add roses, which roses is a part of my
because it's what the intention you put in, so it could be anything, couldn't it?
Yes, it could be anything that you like I said, if all you have is rosemary, you can use dry rosemary on
spices.
You can use, yes, you can use spices, you can use clove. Ground clove is fantastic for this as well. So you got ground clove, you got allspice you can use. Anything that like arises or like opens up your sense of smell, like clove. You smell it, and what happens right away? Right away, your sense of like thinking, your mind just jumps. It like kickstarts you. So anything that's bright like that and potent, and clove is very masculine, so it's fantastic for that.
Back to the
yin and yang.
The yin and yang. If you had your own personal fragrance on your body, could you use a drop of that or something?
You could also use it
as
spray.
If it's personal to you and your own distinct smell, would it would work as well?
Yes, you could. You could spray it with your own perfume. Now, that kind of spell I would recommend more in a type of love spell, because what we're trying to do right now is kind of open up our chakras. We want the smell to help us do that. So, it's just like when you come home on Thanksgiving. Those of you that live in America know about Thanksgiving. You smell Thanksgiving dinner and you like anything. Every time you smell rosemary, that's what you go back to, that moment. that time when you're having Thanksgiving dinner, what you want to do is get a smell that actually represents what you want to do, your intent. So that's all I have to say on the subject. Other than that, you light your candle. And remember, let's say you want to work on your root chakra, you would go with that color that pertains to that, which is red. Any chakra root, if it's not your crown chakra, whatever you think you need to work on, buy the candle pertaining to that color. And you can find out more on chakras on my husband's YouTube channel, which is under
Michael James Reedy, Spiritualist Medium. There'll be many other different things to talk about, but the chakras, it talks of imbalanced parts of you that you just need to focus on. As I would like to say with this candle, I feel that it will help me with this balancing of what I've lost for the past few days. It's also going to help me to recognise that, you know, I can focus on all the other chakras as well, because at the moment it's just because this change in the universe and the retrograde and the moon cycle, we know in our third eye and our crown that something great has changed, but we've just got to get used to this new change and shift in the energy. But I hope that this candle can relax my mind, help me to meditate better than I would. And we should never say to ourselves that we can deal with it without the magic. We can cope in this meditation on our own. We so often at times need this power of magic through the candle with Belle's work. Don't say you're invincible. For someone like myself to say that a few days ago, I had a great shock with my sensitive, empathic feelings. Kind of become, for the past 2 days, rather much someone who really did get affected by this change in the universe. So never say to yourself that, or others, that you are invincible, because it will come back and smack you in the face and you will have the greatest shock of your life. And it's changed me and my way of thinking. So
now remember, with every intention, well, we're gonna help the candle out by meditating right now. So I would suggest that once we turn this on, I'm gonna turn the camera off, and we're gonna go into meditation when I'm done with the video.
And if everyone else has followed this video by that time, then you can also take that time to meditate as well.
Yes. Once you see the video and you light your candle, you're gonna turn everything off, all your devices, and put some soothing music, and we're gonna do meditation. And remember never to forget that meditation is very important, especially when you use your mind a lot, whether you're an artist or whether you're a teacher or whether you work in spirituality the way we do. You always have to have that protection and that guard on you, because we are so sensitive in that area that we pick up a lot of different kinds of energy. So that's just another thing I like to keep stressing. Always focus on meditation and clearing your chakras, and keep a fine-tuning it all the time. Never let it like be on the back burner, because then that's when you get situations like now that you kind of get clogged up, and then you get backed up, and you get all these sorts of disease, and you get sick and all that stuff you don't want to incur. Do you have anything to close?
Well, I would like to both say thank you for watching, and all of you stay safe and blessed be.
Many blessings, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please let us know. You can also find us on Facebook under Belinda Reedy or To Love a Witch, and also Michael James Reedy.
Spiritualist Medium. So we look forward to seeing some of your comments on our videos.
Many blessings.